Illustration number 3. Prepare bank column cash book from the following transactions of Messrs. Laser Zone for the month of January 2014 and post them to the related ledger accounts. Oh, this is also single column cash book only. Okay, single column or double column. Okay. Prepare bank column. Okay, bank and cash. So double column cash book. Messrs. Laser Zone. So in the books of Messrs. Laser Zone, cash book. This will be ledger folio. First one is cash and second one is bank. Can I interchangeably use it, sir? Yeah, of course you can use it, no problem. Ledger folio and cash and bank column. Under that, we'll start with the opening balances given in January 1st, where we have cash in hand, but in case of bank, we have overdraft in a reverse case. So, balance brought down. Balance brought down. In cash, we have 4,000 rupees, but in bank, we have negative. So, it should be posted in the credit side by balance brought down. Clear? This is inverse. 3,200 should be in the bank column. And on 4th, wages paid. In payment side, wages. I assume that the payment is by cash. So in cash box, 400. Cash sales, the amount is going to be received in receipt side sales. I assume the money is received in the form of cash only, 7,000. On 7th Jan, purchased goods by check. So, in the payment side, purchases. For that, the payment being 2,000 rupees. That too, for the 2,000 rupees, check is issued. So, in payment side, 2,000. Is that okay? Purchased furniture for cash, 2,200. In the payment side, I name this being furniture. The value being 2,200 by way of cash. Cash paid to Rohit. In the payment side, Rohit will be recorded. In cash, 2,000 rupees. And then cash sales, 4,500. Sales. In the receipt side, sales being 4,500. Deposited into the bank. So money comes into the bank, 7,000 rupees, and that will be the payment for the cash box. Under cash, I name this being the bank. Under bank, I name this being cash. Hope so you could now understand. Now I represent that being contra. That value, the C, should be posted in the ledger folio column. Bank charged interest on overdraft 200 rupees. Payment side, interest on OD. As already we are aware about that, this bank has negative balance. Bank balance is the negative. Then interest might have been charged. Yes, interest could have been received. So here the charge will be in expenses, or it should be posted at the payment side. Paid telephone bill by check. So telephone bill paid. This payment being 600, that too by way of check. So in the payment side, 600 rupees. Sale of goods and received check rupees 3,000 deposited in the same date. So we are receiving. So in the receipt side, sale and check is received and deposited in the same date. So directly you can post that in the bank column. Received, but couple of days later, if you are depositing, then at the time of receipt, it should be named as cash. Later on deposit to the bank, it will be contra entry. It will be contra entry. And paid rent in the payment side, rent. The payment side, rent being 800 rupees. I assume the payment by way of cash only. Drew cash for personal use 500. Then in description, I have to name this being drawings as it is for the personal purpose. Value being 500. And paid salary 1000 rupees in the payment side salary. I assume that the payment being by cash, so I'll put that value in the cash column, 1000 rupees. And interest collected by the bank. Banker collected interest. I could have deposited somewhere, I could have invested somewhere in shares or whatever it may be, bond. From that bond, I am getting the interest periodically. That interest is directly collected by the bank as per the standing instruction. So interest collected. So in bank column, 1700. Okay, this is interest on investment. Hope so you could understand. I have posted everything. Now I'm going to close this. Right. The total of the cash being 15,500. 15,500. Here also 15,500. 15,500. Then the balance brought down here being balance brought down 1,600. Here balance brought down. Sorry, there it is carried on. Here brought down 1,600. And when it comes to the bank column, hope I will get again positive balance 11,700. 11,700. 11,700. We have the positive balance. Started with the negative balance overdraft, ending with positive balance 5,700. 5,700. Is that okay? Now, I'm going to prepare. I'm going to post that into the ledger. Post them into the ledger accounts. Clear? Let's see here. How do I work out that? Now, ledger. Okay. I assume this way. This is ledger book. Okay. This one being the page 1 of ledger book. This is page 2 of the ledger book. This is page 3 of the ledger book. If I need, I will extend one more page. This cash book is everything is available within one page itself. One page itself. Right. Now, the opening balances and closing balances not required to be posted in any of the ledger. Leave it. I have to start with the sales. I am going to open the sales account here. Sales account. In sales account, as this value in the debit side of the cash book, now it is going to be transferable to the credit of the sales account. In the credit side, I name this being cash. By cash. The value being 7,000. Is that clear? This is the process we have to follow. From the journal entry, you are able to transfer to the ledger now, right? But here I am going to transfer from the subsidiary books. What are the accounts available in the cash book? Just see if it is in the debit side, should be transferable to the credit side of the concerned account. Because for each and every transaction, we have completed one posting. Another posting is pending. Now the other posting is this one. So I have transferred there. This posting is over. 7,000. And now tell me, this sales is transferred to ledger account, right? In which page it is transferred? As for your understanding, I mentioned this being the page number 1. So it is transferred to page number 1. Right, page number 1. And here, in sales account, you have journal folio. Journal folio. Now the question is, from where this 7,000 is taken? Number 1. Page number 1 of the journal book, go and refer that. So from there I have taken this one. That cross reference is recorded in ledger folio as well as journal folio. Is that clear? Again, one more sales is there, 4,500. I'll put that value here, cash. The value being 4,500. From where this one is arrived? From where did you get this? Okay, I got it from the first page of journal book. Go and see the journal book. The term folio is nothing but page. Page 1, 2, 3. Why do I use the term folio rather than page number? We could have used the page number, right? Journal page, ledger page. You are aware about that journal book will have single page like. When it comes for the ledger book, you have the double page. Right? In one page, you have the debit, another page is for the credit page. But the entire thing will be called as folio number 1. Is that okay? You will understand? This entire thing will be folio number 1. This is called page number. You don't call this being the page. This is absolutely page 2 numbers. 2 pages are there. But we'll call that being folio number 1. Folio number 1. Okay. The size of the folio will be different. It's not required to be the same page, equal page. If you are taking the A4 note, each and every page will be the same. But folio not necessarily the same. When it's being the journal book, each and every page may be different. When you go for ledger, it will be 2 pages is equal to 1 page like, right? You are posting that. So that's why it's called folio here. Now where to post that cash, sir? Then another sales is also there, right? So I will post this one also here. Cash. Okay, bank. This value being 3,000. Now cross reference. This is transferred to the page number 1. This is transferred from page number 1 of journal folio. Leave, here it is. Leave, here it is. Then let's go for the another account. Now my question is, can I open the cash account? Now remember, this cash column of the cash book is similar to the cash account. So we no need to open the cash account. This bank column of the cash book is similar to the bank account. So we are not opening these two accounts. What? Cash account and bank account not going to be open. See, predominantly when you are being an accountant of a company or any shop, what could be the majority transaction? Only the cash transaction, receipts and payment. If you are not going to open those accounts, then half of your workload is now reduced, right? Otherwise, if you are passing the journal entry for each and every receipts, you have to pass the journal entry, and then you have to post that to the receipts account of the receipt side of the cash account. But here, we are directly recording that in the receipt side and payment side, and we are not going to open the cash account. Half of the workload is over. That's why practically we follow only this one. We don't follow the entry model. So when you go for any Chennai Silks or whatever it may be, a big shopping mall, so many sales are there. For each and every sales, cash account debit to that item, cash account to sales, cash account to sales. It seems to be imposition like, rather than they will maintain the complete book where they record only the sales. That's all. That summary will be enough. And they are not going to then post that to the ledger, because cash column is already is equal to the cash account. So cash account is not going to be prepared. Leaving that, rest of the accounts are going to be prepared. Now, this cash, do I prepare? No. Anyhow, it should have the 2 columns. No, where can I refer the other one, sir? The sales has gone to the page number 1 of the ledger, sir. Then what about this cash, sir? Where does it go? Don't search anywhere. It is available in the opposite side itself. So you no need to post that in any of the ledger account. See, contra refers that the another record for each and every transaction will have the two record, one debit and one credit. So one is here, another one is in the ledger. But what about this particular transfer, sir, from cash to bank and bank to cash? The other record is available in the opposite side. Go on, don't search in any of the other ledger. That's the reference number. We are using C in short. And now let's go for the interest. I am going to open the interest account. So interest account. In interest account, this value should be in the, as it is in the debit side, I have to post that value in the credit side, 1700. By bank. That's all. Reference will be folio number 1 here, number 1 of the ledger folio. Leave the balance. And now we'll go for the wages. I'm going to open the wages account in page number 2. As this value in the credit side, I have to post that value in the debit side to what? Cash. Now I'm going to introduce what? Journal folio here. This 400 is transferred to page number 2 of the ledger folio. This 400 came from the page number 1 of the journal folio. Hope you could understand the cross reference. 400, that's all. Only one item, right? So wages is over. Then we'll go for the purchases. So I will be opening the purchases account. In purchases account, to bank. This value being 2000, the journal folio being 1. Here this purchases is transferred to the page number 2 of the ledger. Is there any other purchases? No, only one purchases we have. Leave it. Let's go for the furniture. Furniture account. There, to cash. This came from page number 1, 2200. This furniture is transferred to the page number 2 of the ledger book. Now Rohit, I have to open Rohit account as a new one. Rohit account. Here in debit side 2000. Okay. Named as to cash. Came from page number 1. This is transferred to page number 3. Contra, you can forget it. So double entry is over. Now interest on OD. Overdraft. 200 rupees to bank. This one came from page number 1 of journal folio. This is transferred to page number 3 of ledger folio. Then we'll go for the telephone. 600 rupees. To bank. Came from page number 1 and transferred to page number 3. Then rent account. Okay. To bank. 800. To cash. Okay. To cash 800. Okay. This value being 800 from page number 1 transferred to page number 3. Drawings account. To cash 500. Page number 1. Here it is 3. And finally stationery. Okay. To cash, the value being 1000. Now you will be able to understand the application of ledger folio and why do we use the C also. When I use the term C, then it represents that further transfer will not be happening. Clear? Come on, make a note of it.